After almost 9 years in charge and 7 major trophies, Jurgen Klopp is leaving Liverpool. He has been one of the most transformative managers in the club's history and in English football's modern era. To mark his departure, The Athletic is bringing you the Real Jurgen Klopp, a series of pieces building the definitive portrait of one of football's most famous figures. In Part 1, Oliver Kay travels to Germany to see where Klopp spent his childhood and speaks to those who know him best about how the area and community shaped him. The road to Glatton takes you through the Black Forest, an enchanting world of dense woodland, rolling hills, fragrant meadows, deep lakes, and tumbling waterfalls. One moment you are in a lush green valley dotted with sleepy villages and chocolate box houses, the next you are among snow-capped peaks. Even in late spring, it feels like a winter wonderland. Eventually, after Snow White makes way for blue skies and evergreens once more, the road drops down into Glatton, a village built around 4 cornerstones: a church, a school, a butcher's, and a bakery. It is here, in this quiet corner of southwestern Germany, that Klopp spent what he recalls as a totally idyllic childhood. Long summer days were spent exploring the woods, swimming in the river, and playing football and tennis. In winter, his father would take him skiing in the surrounding mountains. As the sun sets on his time in charge of Liverpool, the happiest of homes for the past 8.5 years, The Athletic has come to where it all began for Jurgen Norbert Klopp. He once mentioned how, after finishing college at 19, he went on holiday for 2 weeks, came home, left, and never came back, pretty much. But Glatton has never left him. It is part of what has made him what he is, this self-styled, normal guy from the Black Forest, who became one of the great football coaches of his generation. It's Wednesday evening and there's a match on at SV Glatton. It's a local derby against SG Hallwangen, but every game is a local derby in the Black Forest division of Kreisliga A, the 9th tier of German football. The beer is flowing, the sausages are cooking, and there is laughter in the air. An inquiry about Klopp, whether any of the locals grew up with him, whether they are still in touch with him, meets with a unanimous response. Talk to Ingo. Ingo's father, Ulrich Rath, agrees. Jurgen's mother, Elizabeth, was from Glatton, and she was very quiet, he says. His father, Norbert, was from further north in the Rhineland-Pfalz area, near Mainz. Norbert was very charismatic, very eloquent. Jurgen is like Norbert, but he is also something of his mother, I think. Norbert was a traveling salesman. He had the gift of the gab. He had also been, in the eyes of Klopp's older sister, Isolde Reich, desperate for a son with whom to share his sporting passion. Klopp has described how his father used to take him to the top of a mountain and ski down, leaving him with no choice but to follow. Ulrich and Ingo Rath describe how Norbert would take young Jurgen to the tennis court, and Jurgen was never allowed to win, Ulrich says, laughing. Standing on the touchline, watching his son play for SV Glatton's junior teams, Norbert made his presence felt. He was very strict, Ulrich adds. He was not the most patient person, so when I wasn't as good as he wanted, it was quite uncomfortable, Klopp said in an interview with the Big Issue North magazine in 2018. He was a natural coach, a hard one, rather than a drill sergeant. Klopp loved and idolized his father, the way he charmed people, the way he could replicate Stefan Edberg's backhand on the tennis court. He also rebelled against him in certain ways as a teenager, dressing in casual clothes, growing his hair long, and refusing to shave. He was strong-minded, again like his father. A born leader? Well, he was always the character and everybody knew about him, Ingo says. When they met him, they would say, "Oh, this is Klopp." But he wasn't the leader especially, not at a young age. The leadership came when he was 17 or 18 in the youth team at Gensingen. His coach there, Walter Bauer, was a famous youth coach in this area who always scouted for the best players in the northern Black Forest. He made Jurgen captain. That is when he became a leader.